If this is ever watched again in the future for posterity, I want to know. I want my players to know. I want anyone watching to know that we had done a scene previously where we were trying to develop Laura's character arc, but we
I
found
worked
that
it up. I
what?
worked it up. I
No,
told Spencer I was gonna be a cleric.
we had too many. We just had a lot of character concepts at once, and my brain is only so big. Um, and I came up with a very interesting concept that I don't think is going to work. So we're going to go for something that is probably a little bit less radical and a lot more easy to work with. So where we left Laura, she was crawling out of the broken stairway that led to the crater of Hellgate Keep. There were creatures running off. There was a drow woman staring down at her from a tower who disappeared along with a mysterious figure who appeared next to her.
Which, hold on, can I at least give her my tinder first? I'm gonna take some tinder out of my tinder box, and I want to like go to her and give her some, because I really want to see her again, and that's how you. That's what you do if you want to see someone in the future.
Oh, you can't have everything you want.
Please. Wait, oh fuck, she already disappeared.
Yeah, she had a big head start.
I guess so.
And honestly, whether or not she wanted to do more conversation with you or what have you, you were hanging with the goody guys. All right. So you are climbing out, and you're thinking, like, you had this feeling that when you climbed out, something was going to happen. That, you know, maybe a giant metal meteor was going to fall from the sky, and you'd be approached by this spectacular mechanical god. And he would tell you about how there was untold power in the world that you could have, and it'd be all yours. But
I thought he would give me a book of some kind for some reason.
none of that ended up happening. None of that occurred. What happened instead was you you leave, and you wait, and you wait, and you think about going back, or maybe you don't, but nothing happens, and eventually you don't even see your friends leave. I think you probably decide to at least take a walk, if not kind of see if there's any dangers outside of here. So you you cross the kind of the you walk up that horse path that I had mentioned, and you're looking at the woods. And
Wait, are there still horse entrails all over the place, or is this
yes,
in a
the
future
horse.
where there are no horse entrails?
No, the
All
horse
horses
entrails
died?
are a real thing. Everything else about the scene was just fine. Just the whole like NPC interaction was apparently not a good one, but everything else is fine. It doesn't affect the situation here, although it kind of does,
Poor horse.
because as you're walking out, you see like a glow of light, like kind of shoot from the air. It's more like a ball that kind of whizzes through the air, and it like hits one of the horses, and its entrails kind of slide along the ground and back into its body, and it slowly stands up, and it kind of shakes its head and says,
Laura draws her swords.
and it kind of looks at you with fear, and it like looks, it's kind of looking for a direction to flee.
Laura is gonna sheath her swords because maybe it's just a horse, and maybe it's just a horse that got away and didn't actually. She should stop taking all of the drugs that cause her to hallucinate.
Mm.
Okay.
And then you see it happen a second time to the horse at the other side of you. The horse is it's a black horse. It stands up and it, gallops away. And you kind of wait a little while, and there's nothing. Although you do see a glint in the distance over the lip of the last bit here of the horse trail leading to the forest. You see this flashing blue and silver light.
And this is after I'm kind of wandering off the trail, possibly to over yonder.
Yeah,
Switch
into
my
the
color from blue to red because that fits the color scheme of Laura a little bit
into
more.
the woods.
What happened the last time I followed a glowing ball of light? I'm pretty sure
no.
it took me to an ice cave, so
I don't.
follow that ball of light.
Oh, you think that's a good idea? Sure, whatever you say. All right. So.
Oh, should I be moving on to the napkin?
Nope. No,
See, there's, a grid going.
I'm moving some stuff around. Wait, did I make a copy of the map? What the heck did I do there? Huh. Anyway, boop. Oh man, why do I always do that to myself? This is what you get for just trying to do scene changes.
Oh, should I leave GM mode too?
No, get in there. It's fine. Welcome to On the Fly Roll20, where you take old map assets from a Adventurers League game you played once, and you decide to build a whole little scene out of it.
Hello, whole little scene out of it. Oh, was this was this from not Shrine of Tomorrow-chan? The one that came before that? Straits Gallows?
No, this was from I used this in The Malady of Elfentry, I think, or something like that. It's actually one that has some thematic ties, I suppose, to some of the stuff that we discuss.
Does it involve robots?
No, it's not. We're not talking about robots anymore. Come on.
There are certainly robots around here. There's
like
a mechanical god. A mechanical bird god.
I like how the only token I don't have from the old Curse of Strahd party is Nako Ray's. Who's
I believe
Dave?
it was Helga Hufflepuff? No, not Helga Hufflepuff. I don't know who Dave is either.
Was someone making a character in here? Oh, I think it was Many for something else. Anyway. One more second. Hold on.
Was Davy the character she played in the one where I played Rosalie?
Perhaps, yeah. Oh, he's not even on my sitcom map. Dang it. Alright. Well, because I don't rename any of my files.
I believe it's... No, it's not.
No, I'm not going to go and fish it out of the character vault, because we're just not going to go there. I could look at, like, Owl Face Man with an owl face, but we're gonna...
Man with owl.
Are you... Oh, no, you're not.
What?
You're not gonna find what you're looking for.
Actually, you know what? Roll 20... Oh, fuck. Roll
Don't you
20.
hate
Nah.
how Roll20 does all the isometric tokens Actually, I love it. I love you roll 20. No one uses those. There's like a little tiny. Here, I'll use an isometric token.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I'll freaking get you. I'll get you his token. Just give me a second. Cause I freaking have it. Wait, do I actually have his token? Oh, you know what? I'm silly. No, I have it. I have it in my list actually. I was going to grab it from Curse of Strahd, but no, I have his token as a token.
Is it in your character vault or is it on your computer?
It's not in my character vault. It's in my list of tokens. It's in my library or whatever.
I have to do some crazy.
Like I've got Juliet's token. I've got Laura's token. I've got Laura's square.
Okay.
I've got Laura's token. I've got Laura's token. I've got a shark. I've got a guy named Grigor.
There's a lot of things going on there. All right, isometric token. You're gone. Why is there a shark?
I've got the sailor, this sailor, this sailor.
Whoa!
This
Would you play a sailor game?
Sailor.
By the way, on One Shot, James D'Amato was doing a magical girl themed game the last couple weeks. It was great.
I didn't play, like, I don't play a game where people play as these sailors. So I was running a module. I was running the Secret of Skyhorn Lighthouse, and that module calls for, oh look, it's Sheila Coppertree. That module calls for 20 sailors, so I just grabbed 6 characters from Sailor Moon.
Was this the game that I couldn't make it to?
Oh,
okay.
This was the villain. She wasn't actually in the module, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna fucking have this be the villain, basically, because I saw really good art.
Boobs. Well, that's
good. Did you just say boobs?
I mean, what?
Wow.
What? Anyway. Okay, get the token. Get the token that we need.
Okay, I'll find the token we need.
I don't have all night for your imagination land.
I'll just move all these characters aside. I would love to play a Magical Girl game, though.
Yeah, sure. If I knew more about Magical Girls, I did learn from One Shot that there is literally a show where it's all girls that when they transform just turn into muscle men, and then they start falling in love with each other's muscle men like forms. Because, you know, like, why not? Then they all start falling in love with each other. Because of course
There's
they do.
the character I played in Lashas's One Shot.
Oh gosh, I forgot about that. Looks like something out of Secret of Mana.
She might be out of Secret of Mana, actually. She might specifically be from Secret of Mana, but she was a siren.
I see. Okay, clean your toys up. Find the best Laura token for you. This is just so that you understand what's going on.
Here's Laura as a child.
Okay. You're walking into the forest and...
Laura rather than Rosalie Etzel. Sorry, okay, I need to stop.
You see...
I'm just having a lot of fun.
No, I know. No, it's fine. I want you to have fun. So I came here to make sure that you had a good time. So you see a man... And this time we're going to say he does have more like platinum hair. I wouldn't say that he looks any older than this. In scenes from the Magic Mirror that you've seen of him, he had glowing yellow eyes, kind of golden yellow eyes. And right now he has... kind of these bright teal, almost jade eyes, except they're kind of glowing a little, almost like soft moonlight. So green yet
kind of
moonlight.
Like how in some of the scenes from the mirror, I believe my grandmother had eyes that were like the night sky.
Mm-hmm. And he
Which
is,
is really romantic. You have eyes like the night sky
yes.
during a
Um,
supernova.
he is standing over a a skeleton of a child um, that is kind of near a tree that looks familiar. Um, it was the Dusty Man's tree. And he looks back at you and says, why didn't you try to see if any of them were still alive or put them to rest? Mimi would have made sure they were put to rest. I thought that she had taught you something.
Laura traces her raven fingers, and she's like takes a step back, and suddenly her eyes are full of tears.
It's okay. I just because someone dies doesn't mean that they don't deserve our respect. I was watching you when you were in the astral plane. Is Beautiful Assistant with you? That's a good question.
Beautiful Assistant is with the rest of the group.
Okay. You
And
you've
that's
done
because Beautiful Assistant's with the party rather than with it. It's because everybody likes Beautiful Assistant more than Laura. So I gave them what they want.
you've done Elvira. No more cat interruptions. You've done a lot for your friends, but sometimes I wonder if some of the things you've done are just for pride. What do you think?
What is there to be done if not for?
I mean, I don't think pride would have helped them. Points to the, you know, the you see
Dead
like
children.
there's some child skeletons that he's kind of pulled from the
Hold on, I'm
tree.
gonna just quickly make this tragic, just a little bit tragic.
You're gonna go find
We're
some
gonna-
child bones in the
No,
library?
not child bones. Oh fuck! I screwed this up.
What if one of these had been Maeve?
Maeve can't die.
Why not?
She's too strong to die.
And strength has nothing to do with it. There are those that are too strong to die, but the path to get there is long, and most try to walk it in hopes of preserving themselves, mostly for pride. And what they do to get there is they kill and they take and they hurt people. Probably a lot like the creature that you encountered. Mostly the reason he was doing what he was doing wasn't because he had to. It's because it was a way to make himself feel more powerful, maybe even be more powerful. I don't think that it really matters in the end. I know what it's like to want to protect my friends. I made a lot of mistakes. Can we talk? Can we walk for a little bit? I'm gonna bury them quickly, if that's all right with you, and then I want you to come with me.
Can I help?
If you want. Sometimes doing things with our hands makes it more meaningful. And he kind of grabs like a spade, I guess. Didn't you used to have a way to pick the earth up? Did you abandon that?
Okay, that is not a child corpse. That is an adult corpse. But I guess it's much better than having a visible child corpse, I guess. I still do, but it's using power that I don't deserve. If that makes any sense.
Sure. If you didn't have powers, like if you couldn't find a potion or ingredient of alchemy or make a deal with someone to give it to you, would you still try to do the right thing? Or protect people that you cared about?
Given the unburied children, it's already been answered.
Well, let's get to work. Just keep talking to me. So he reaches into like a normal backpack. Like he looks much less grand than you expected him to be. He's just a normal guy. Like he looks like a regular adventurer. He does, the shovel does kind of seem to come out of nowhere from the backpack. And he hands it to you. And he says, this belonged to a farmer. He gave it to me for healing his sick daughter. He reaches into the backpack and pulls out like a smaller spade. This belonged to a soldier. I helped him build a foxhole because he was being sieged and he was alone, the last one on the battlefield. We'll use these. And he starts to dig with the smaller shovel and hands you the bigger one.
Laura begins. She steps onto the spoon part of the shovel to push it into the ground and starts picking up dirt on the side.
So he's just tossing aside dirt. He says, I'm just asking questions because I could ask you what you want and tell you what I could do to give it to you. But I get the feeling that if I asked you that, you would say that you didn't want your friends to have to fight or to have to suffer. But suffering it's something it's inevitable. And the only way to alleviate suffering is to take it on ourselves when there's evil and when there are bullies out there. The only thing we can do is soak it up and turn it into our power. Just like suffering, evil is just energy. It's just emotion. And it can be transformed like water to vapor or fire to ash. Things change. Well, you can change that. If someone does evil, you just have to try to transform that um, for every awful thing that happens, you have to think of ways to balance it out. I don't know. At least I think that's the right thing to do. I still don't really know. It never seems to make sense.
Drawing a mustache on a companion who's passed out drunk.
That's right. Just like that. He kind of laughs to himself. I don't know. I thought that when I got here that I was supposed to be omnipotent, but I kind of realized that nobody really knows what they're doing. I feel like... Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Said, you can say that again.
I feel like I used to be controlled by impulses to get stronger and keep up with my friends. Can I tell you a secret?
When it comes to secrets, I'm pretty reliable.
Okay. Well, over time, I felt that I could never stand up to Thokan or Einar or Alarad. They all seemed to be unstoppable in power. This was before they even moved beyond normal heroes or adventurers, when they became a lot more. They all seemed to come upon power so easily. And I'm sure you know what that's like, to feel like all you could do was cheat. That's why when my friends and and he starts to kind of, nudge, like he nudges this pool of, well, let's see. Yeah, we'll just say like some vapor kind of starts to form nearby, and you kind of see some visions of the Amber Temple. That's why I was the first one to try to seek out a shortcut. We found an ancient source of power, and I didn't even ask what the catch was. Unlike a lot of them, there were ancient beings that offered us things. I didn't even ask around to see who had the best deal. I heard what happened to your other friend, Ed. Kind of seems familiar somehow. He was trying to find the best deal. I just reached out for the first source of power I got offered, the ability to resurrect my friends, which made me think that I would have some value to them, that I would matter. It wouldn't matter even if it was just the ability to, start fires by snapping my fingers or something. I just wanted to be able to do something else that would make me hard to leave behind. Am I making sense? Is that something that you understand?
Yeah. I've
Anyway.
done something similar. Believe it or not.
Well, you're not alone. I mean, all your friends have their own reasons for trying to get better. Maeve seems to take things out of her own curiosity, it seems. Your friend Declan honestly just doesn't even seem to care. He just, if he finds power, whether it's a magic item or something like that, like the most he did was go and buy an elven bow. Which, come on, like, seriously, find something more magical than that, right? I don't know. I guess I didn't get it. You had the bird that just had an obsession with sticks, like he was trying to build a nest. But you seem to just be trying to make sure that people don't lose interest in you, that people still find you valuable. But you're valuable just by caring about others. You can be valuable, but you care so much not about others but about their opinions of you. I don't know if you agree with that, but that's what I think I'm seeing. Oh, I'm sorry. Real talk is part of games.
Different
If
parts of my own personality do leak into my characters.
I
Just
think that
hurts to know that you're listening.
well, I mean, I do okay with that stuff sometimes. I just have a hard time organizing my thoughts a lot as a person and as a dungeon master. So, he says, anyway, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to call you out or anything like that. I'm just telling you that I've gone through a lot of the same things that you have. You know, I don't know if I was in love with her or if I just wanted to feel special because she liked him. He doesn't really seem to clarify that point. He just said, I just didn't feel like a hero. I don't know. I think that that's how you're feeling right now too. But what I'm saying is it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to be a little bit afraid. Another god might offer to take away your fear. In fact, I think I did that, but we're retconning that. And I think that you have to be willing to be vulnerable and to let yourself get hurt. Because if you let yourself get hurt, then it lets others stay just that much more safe. You can't protect yourself. Not if you want to help other people.
I think you're going to have to say that a second time.
Why? Did I cut out?
I didn't entirely process that.
Okay. I'll give you a metaphor or something like that. I mean, if in those times where you have been truly heroic, it's always been, the half part of it that was selfless was like, and he kind of, creates some illusions going back to the basement of the Barber of Silvery Moon. And he says, like, when you were fighting the witch, that was going to hurt your friends, you fought her alone. And a lot of it was for pride, to be able to say that you could. But I think that the other part of it was to protect them, wasn't it?
Cut off my hair to show the little girl, that it's okay to change.
It is okay to change,
But
and it's okay to be
even though
vulnerable.
I had to cut off her hair to protect her from that curse that was turning her hair into a monster that was trying to strangle her. Even though I had to cut off her hair, she was still herself on the inside. But even I am okay with that change happening to myself.
I
I kind of wish I still had my hair long, though.
I think it looks fine the way it is. I think it doesn't matter what you look like. I think that that's part, again, of you wanting the approval of others, right?
And myself.
It's okay to love yourself. And, hey, we all want to try to be our best. But I'm just saying that part of this is about accepting yourself, is what I'm trying to tell you. I came to. Let me tell you the rest of my story, and maybe it'll make more sense.
Right.
Unless there's too much exposition corner. Sometimes that gets boring.
That's what Fireside is all about, Arkin.
Yeah, that's true. So,
Technically, we are nowhere near a fire, of course. However, obviously.
well, a lot of the story might sound familiar. One, because I had kind of talked about some of this in a fever dream that happened before. Some of it is a little bit different. So I tried to help my friends. Mimi was dying of the death curse, and I don't think they understood at the time that me coming with the solution was just luck. I maybe made it sound that way, but I searched everywhere. I was the one that had, come upon traveling between planes and traveling across space. Part of that was because I had I was given some divine favor by the god that I was worshiping at the time. What I didn't realize was that my god didn't actually exist. And my god that I had been called upon in that dark place was someone that was trying to peek through what was inside of Barovia. Nothing can divine inside of that place unless they could see through my eyes. And that thing that reached out to me was a Sararak. And the power that you and your friends are using to travel is his design. And he whispered it to me. And I used that to trace back the energy of what he was doing to Chult to try to save her. But I didn't realize that he had set that as a trap. He was using us as a gateway to get into Barovia. And boy, oh boy, is that a lot of plot.
Yes, it is.
That's all I know. Because he had cut me off. But I still had the way to travel. And I couldn't face my friends anymore, knowing that I had led them to their doom. I don't know if it was Alarad's fault or if it just was going to happen no matter what. But I couldn't forgive myself. Maybe.
Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
I couldn't forgive myself, even if Alarad did have other plans for the Soulmonger. I had to make things right. I went across the plains looking for answers, speaking with gods, devils, demons, trying to understand what could stop something that powerful. And there was nothing. The fact is, it's been 800 years, and he hasn't made a move until now because He doesn't have to. He's able to move at his own pace. But what I found was, if I stopped fighting and I just started trying to make the world better, rather than trying to protect people by shooting or punching or casting spells at things until they went away, and I just tried to make people that were suffering feel better and tried to understand evil. I understand a Sararak. I found his story just like you did. In fact, I had kind of compelled it out of that devil you spoke to. I wanted you to understand too that a Sararak, that calamity, that the devils and demons, no matter what you think, no matter what tropes there are in fiction, in real life, everybody becomes the way they are for a reason. And at least we can understand it and honor them and honor the suffering they've gone through to become who they are, rather than just kill them right when we see the face of their evil. Sorry, I've talked a lot. Does that make any sense?
It does.
I don't know
Keep
who
going.
we are to decide to just end someone's story by just declaring that we know that we're right and they're wrong. What we can do is arbitrate and protect others that are being preyed upon.
I've always believed that it's not something I've really been able to put into words until now. But I've always believed that strength is something that must be used with care, and that anyone who abuses their power doesn't deserve it.
I guess
I've been struggling with this.
I mean, I just don't know, like,
I don't know what to do to someone who abuses their power. I don't know how I'm supposed to punish someone like that.
You don't have to punish anyone. You just have to understand, like, you have to solve the problem, not just decide and judge people based on their actions and the law. We're not machines. Do you know what a machine is?
Well, an old friend once told me that not a crossbow, crowbar. That a crowbar is a machine.
Yeah, it can open a barrel.
Here's how you open.
I don't know. I've seen you ruthlessly and efficiently attack things without little understanding of their motives. And then I've seen you grant mercy to others that had just as much suspicion around them for reasons I haven't understood yet. I just want to know why. Are you okay?
I muted my mic because I'm stupid.
Oh,
When did I laugh?
I have no idea. I felt like I was talking for a while, and then I actually wanted to give you a chance to respond for once.
Yeah, this time I was talking, and I was saying, oh, you know what? I probably stepped on my mic or stepped on the thing that mutes my mic when you were saying something about the barrel, and I started laughing,
Yeah,
and I fell on the floor.
I haven't heard anything since you laughed about the barrel.
And I must have like put my knee on the thing. Sorry about that. So Laura was saying that she had asked for examples of people she's given mercy to.
You gave mercy to that drow woman, even though, I mean, it's pretty obvious that that mirror was some sort of prison. Now, not everyone deserves to be in prison. I know that. But still reasonable of suspicion. But now we're talking about judgment again. Where we should be asking her.
She could have been trapped there for the same reason Deglin was trapped.
That's true.
By accident.
That sounds to me like you're thinking about understanding your enemy. Now, what about Calamity? Didn't she just frustrate you enough that you attacked her?
It was her decision to incur my wrath. Right?
Yeah, it was. It was her decision to agitate you. What does that change?
I don't know.
That doesn't change anything. It shows nothing about strength just to be able to beat her. To be able to withstand someone's threats, intimidation, anything, attacks. I think that's what real strength is. That's what I learned. I
wasn't strong enough to defeat her anyway. I wasn't strong enough to kill her. Deglin had to do it.
Well, I guess we'll never know if she could have changed. I don't think that some things will change. I don't think that the creature that swallowed these children that we just finished burying would have changed. And I don't think that, certain beings I've met out there will. But it's important to understand why they do what they do and to make absolutely certain that those we face are truly irredeemable. Because all that leaves us with are more enemies when we have one less potential friend. Hey, that's like Undertale. Whoa. Anyway.
What's Undertale?
Oh,
I've never
we have.
heard of it.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. It's another plane of existence.
Oh, Undertale is the name of another plane of existence?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
What's it like?
It's a lot of ghosts and spiders. I don't know. Don't ask me to explain that. We're on a singular purpose here. What I'm trying to explain is, I think you know what redemption can be. Like, you thought about the drow woman. I think you're already on the path to changing.
Sorry, I was chewing something, and I bit my tongue.
And that's why I asked you those questions, because I saw you do that. And I saw you helping a lot of those creatures escape. Some of them probably need to be reined in a little bit, and, you know, because they weren't fully vetted that they weren't going to go and kill people. But I like that you're trying to understand their motivations and whether they need to, you know, be watched or prevented from doing things. That's all I gotta say there.
The Thayan woman in Silvery Moon is Linda. Even though you said it's Belinda, her name is definitely Linda now. Linda tricked me into promising her my soul.
Why'd you do that?
Because I was stupid.
I don't think it was
I
stupid.
thought that she could grant me power.
I mean, I've done equally stupid things to try to be strong enough to keep up with my friends. I understand that.
But when I went to dinner with her, and she was actually a pretty nice person once I got to know her.
I'm sure she was. I know a lot of people if they are nice and they want to survive too. Their magical energy is the strongest that's left in this world. A lot of it, I don't think you realize, has been consumed. What we see in Silvery Moon is rare. The fact that you found so many objects of power is also very rare. And in the outer planes, things are changing, and I don't think anybody realizes it. The world is being consumed. Anyway, that's not important. You'll find out about that soon enough. I just want you to think whether you can have faith in others instead of trying to get them to have faith in you.
Just me eating popcorn, I'm sorry.
Nom nom. Yeah.
Sorry, back in character. I've been agreeing a lot today, I think. A lot more than usual.
I mean, I guess
That's a really good idea.
Okay.
I mean, not
well,
agreeing, but giving people a chance.
Yeah. But you also have to give yourself a chance too.
I'm dangerous.
No, just like I'm saying with others, just because you make mistakes or take the wrong step doesn't mean that you can't take the right one after that. It's just about having faith that you will, and when you don't, continuing to have faith that you will. I don't think that I'm who I thought I was going to be, but I just stopped trying to be more powerful than everyone. And I found something that no one else had, which was the willingness to be hurt. And I think that you can take that and, well, we'll see. If you want it, I can give you that power of self-sacrifice and of understanding others. I can teach you those insights.
I really should think about it first,
Of course.
but I don't think I need to.
Oh. Okay. Well, let's get...
I'll accept your idea.
Let's get started. I have a lot to show you. And he kind of takes your hand and he says, so what do you think about shields? I don't know if you're going to use a shield. I'm just saying out of game, but that's just kind of where we can cut off. And you can kind of decide what style of combat you get chosen, because it sounds like you're doing a full character rebuild.
What do you think about shields? Yeah, I'm not a big fan of shields. Honestly, I kind of prefer the not shields, she says to Arkin.
He's like,
AKA, fuck, there's no dual wielding fighting style. Son of a bitch.
There is dual wielding fighting. I love the dual wielder feat. I mean, it's not about having the bigger weapons,
But no,
it's
there's
about
no
that.
dual wielder fighting style for the paladin.
Oh yeah. That's
Hey,
it's
Mr.
always silly.
GM, can I please have the dual wielder fighting style?
Sure, whatever. I mean, the other way of going about it is just you take one level of fighter so you can have a healing surge, extra healing for yourself. But yeah, that's fine.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, and then you get 2 fighting styles. What?
So that would be probably 2-weapon fighting and defense, because none of the other ones fit for her.
Yeah, defense, because the other one uses your... What's the one? Is there one that uses your reaction? No, yeah, your bonus. Is it your reaction to impose disadvantage? Is that...
Yeah, that requires a shield.
Okay, yeah, so defense is actually, I never thought it would be, but it's become my favorite one because it doesn't require any action expenditure, and like I don't know, like it really helps you tank a lot better. Anyway. So, yeah, that's what you do, and I think you're just gonna learn to accept that you're not perfect, but it's okay to forgive yourself and to forgive other people when they're total dicks. I have to think a lot more about Arkin's story, because I'm pretty sure...
Ed can still suck a tree though, right?
Who?
Ed?
Wait, who can? Oh, Ed? Yeah, I mean, I think that's something I want to talk to Ryan more about, is his, like, what he likes to play in characters, because I haven't seen Ryan play something with a redemption arc, kind of like what's happening here, you know? Then again, no one's really had like a redemption arc yet. Everyone's either gone bad or just gone bad and then back to normal or whatever. So,
Although Laura is a character who's designed for the redemption arc.
yeah, so I don't know if this is how it would work out, but I think it's really not so bad. I think I want to understand more.
Laura's Disney princessing it up.
Oh, sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
woe is me. I'm so awful and bad, and I'm the worst character in the show. Oh, but my fairy godmother is here, and he's gonna make me a paladin. It's so wonderful.
I think it's good. I don't even know. I don't think Arkan has any paladin like levels if you thought about it that way. Like they used to level out every god in D&D. And I don't think he has any. I think he's just all like ranger, cleric, and it's just like you know, you're just getting paladins out of your belief system. He's like, "Hey, I messed up real bad and all my friends died or got cursed. And I feel really bad about it, and all I can do is be a good person because you can't take back bad things that you do. You can just put back good into it." So I picture like training montages like you're just letting something like chew on you, and then you like either heal yourself or like kind of punch it a little bit and then like heal it. I do want you to think if you have any items you can give up as a source of power. Do you still have like a? Because I don't know if I think
Like,
these would be
give up as a
useful.
source of power for
Another item, because I'm not sure if I'm ready to give more items out yet. Because I've already because Ed was just begging for something. I couldn't end his scene without just turning into a whipping boy or giving him something. And you lost Seabolt, so I gave him something that was a pet. But I was thinking you know like something that can bind, which sounds bad rather than kill. So I think the dimensional shackles could be useful. I don't doubt that he would have something like that, and don't think of that in a kinky way.
So that would be as a replacement for Laura's blade of murder.
I don't know, how many blades of murder do you have?
Laura has one blade of 100% murder because it's a lightning blade.
Okay, no, you don't have to give up one of those. I mean, I don't know. I think like if we were to cut back into story mode, I would say more likely he was big on the like magic item transmogrification machine that you all found. So maybe if you have one of those gems still.
No, there are no gems of brightness. I was thinking because the lightning blade doesn't actually fit the concept of someone who doesn't want to kill people because it's the blade of lightning and death and murder. However, it might just be that she just stops using that because she can still fan out cards.
Well, there's another option here, which is beefing up the power level. And we could just have you do like a Gandalf the White thing where you come in with a sunblade.
Or maybe
But
she needs to prove her intent as a paladin before she gets a fucking magic item about being a paladin.
yeah, that might be true. I mean,
Like, you don't
oh
have to
god.
give me free shit.
There's like a big old spoilery thing, but there's something that I wanted to do with that sword, but not for you. Like, it was gonna be a thing where you were like, oh, shoot, I don't deserve this. So we'll keep thinking about that. Because I think it's not time for that to make its appearance yet.
So what you're saying is, it's not time yet for Laura to stop using the blade of murder.
I don't think so. We can leave it the way it is. That's fine. But you might, yeah, decide that eventually.
Although, why are you giving me a magic item?
I'm not. You can take those if you want. I think it'd be useful for you to be able to, like, prevent enemies from escaping. You've had a lot of creatures teleporting away.
But Laura didn't earn this yet.
Okay, then why don't we just leave it be then for now? We can make that happen later.
Yes.
Okay.
Like, it doesn't make sense story-wise that she suddenly has this magical item. I know that she just met her new god, but like, also, can I still do level drain for Laura? Like, drain level into paladin?
Yeah, of course. That was the plan, I thought.
Yeah. Like, well, rather than replacing all of her levels with paladin levels, it would be over the period of so that she still has her
Oh,
fucking ridiculous magic bullshit that she needs to get rid of.
sure. Although, I think that, things will change over time. I don't know. I did my best with the improv today. You know, I
I
know
think you
I
did pretty
pretty.
well. A lot better than I did.
You didn't. What do you mean better than you did? You did fine.
I was a tired kitten.
Well, I have to go to bed too because I work every day. Oh shoot! I've got an appointment tomorrow at 9.
You should
Ugh.
go the heck to sleep.
All right. Well, I had to do 2 separate hour and a half long scenes, so and I'm still streaming this, so I'm gonna cut that. But now we have it for later. I'll just leave it out there in the void, and we'll have it as
Yes.
storyline. All right. Thanks, anyone watching on VOD. This is what I do. I just talk about nothing until it makes some sense, if at all.